Have you ever noticed that some photos stop you in your tracks, while others, even those that are technically perfect, barely register? Same sharpness, same exposure, same gear, but one image stays with you. Today, I want to talk about why story-driven imagery matters more than ever, especially in a world where photos are everywhere, attention spans are short, and AI can generate perfect images in seconds. This isn't about trends. It's about why images that tell stories are becoming more and more valuable by the second, and what that means for wildlife photographers like you and I.
But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark.
Let's begin with the reality we are all living in. Every single day, millions of photos are uploaded. Social media feeds refresh endlessly. New images are consumed in fractions of a second. We don't study photos like we used to anymore. We just scroll past them. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Technical quality no longer sets an image apart. Sharp photos are everywhere. Perfect exposures are everywhere. Beautiful colors are everywhere. And now with AI, even impossible images are everywhere. So, if everything looks good, what actually makes someone stop? Because the harsh reality is the majority of scrollers have absolutely no clue what good photography is. What gets them to stop scrolling, the thing that grabs their attention for longer than a few seconds, is meaning. Humans are wired for stories. Long before cameras existed, we told stories around fires, through paintings, through symbols, through oral history, even through music. Story is how we make sense of the world. A story-driven image asks a question. What's happening here? What was happening before this moment? What was happening immediately after this moment? Meaning invites the viewer to participate, to imagine, and participation creates connection. A technically perfect image might impress someone briefly, but a story-driven image makes them feel something, and feelings are what people remember. This is important because a lot of photographers misunderstand this point. Story does not mean epic moments only. It doesn't mean rare wildlife encounters, explosive action, once-in-a-lifetime events. Some of the strongest stories are quiet. A perched bird in the falling snow. A moment of rest instead of motion. Stories also live in body language, environment, light, and context. Sometimes what isn't happening tells the story just as much as what is. So why is story-driven imagery more valuable now than ever before? AI can create flawless images. Cameras are more capable and available to everyone than ever before. Technical barriers are disappearing, but there are things that can't be automated easily, such as perspective, patience, intent, vision, and experience. AI can generate an image of a bird, but it can't replace your time in the field, your respect for the animal, your emotional response to the moment, your decision to wait instead of shoot. Story is the fingerprint of the photographer. It's the proof that someone was actually there. In a world of skepticism, it gives us something real. This part matters a lot, especially if you share your work online. Story-driven imagery builds trust. When viewers sense honesty in an image, they lean in. They believe it. They connect with you, not just your photo. This is why story-based imagery and story-based photographers build stronger audiences. They create deeper engagement with their photos. They sell work more easily. They leave lasting impressions. People don't just want to follow photos. They want to follow unique perspectives. So how do you start creating more story-driven images? Well, here are a few mindset shifts, not camera settings, to kind of think about. 1, ask yourself, what's the story here? Before pressing the shutter, determine what's actually happening in that moment that's really telling the story. Is it a struggle? Is it chaos? Or is it in the silence? Number 2, include context. Environment matters. A subject without context is often just a subject. Context turns it into a compelling story. Look around and determine what around you adds to the story and include it. And if it detracts from the story, exclude it. 3, slow down. Story often reveals itself after the obvious moment. Slow down, stay longer, watch more. You will be amazed at what nature continues to show you. Number 4, embrace imperfection. Sometimes the imperfect image tells the truest story. Motion blur, obscured views, unusual framing. Perfection can be sterile. Here's the big takeaway. In a world overflowing with images, story is what gives photography value again. Not louder images, not sharper images, not more images, but images that are more meaningful. So next time you're out in the field, don't forget to ask yourself, what story am I telling? Not just what story am I capturing? Because the images that last are the ones that make us feel something long after we've stopped scrolling. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Do you think story when you shoot, or is it something you're still developing? If you're looking for a new photo editor or looking to switch from the one you're currently using, I would urge you to check out my favorite software, DxO Photolab 9. It's the editing software that I trust for all of my editing needs, with its industry-leading noise reduction. And with the release of Photolab 9, its new AI masking tools are going to help you streamline your editing workflow to make you more efficient, consistent, and give you those professional-looking images. Use the link in the show notes to head on over to DxO and check it out for yourself. If you decide that you want to pick up a copy, just be sure to use my discount code at the time of checkout. That is Magnolia, and it will save you 15% off on your purchase. If you're not quite ready to make a purchase at this time, download their 30-day risk-free trial. This allows you to try out the entire program with absolutely zero restrictions and absolutely risk-free for 30 days. Great way to run your photos through it and see what you think. And if you're not sure how to use Photolab 9, maybe you're worried about learning it, head on over to my store, magnoliaphotographysc.com/store, where you can check out my DxO Photolab 9 Masterclass. Teach you everything in this class, from all of the tools that we use inside of Photolab 9 and how to use them, and even include how to go through my exact workflow. And this is going to give you a great jumping off point for creating your own signature editing workflow. Course even includes my free DxO preset collection for wildlife and portraiture and nature and landscapes as well. So, hey, thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day to spend it with me. And hey, before you go, you might want to think about checking out this next video right here.